Wena Basho, Kinawea. Kishikwe Genin Dao, Gnoshen them. Sagamok Genin Donjaba. My English name is Juanita.
Ani Wanabaju Menande Yasia Jenabekwe Makwadudam, Pasca Kinesin August. My name is Lizanne. I'm Métis. I have Mi'kmaq and Pawnee, I believe, ancestry. And happy to be here today. Miigwech.
So this is our first time doing teachings online. This is our fourth attempt, so bear with us. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off with the smudge, and then we will say a prayer, and then sing a song, and then do the teachings on the 4 sacred medicines that sit in the 4 directions of our medicine wheel, and talk a little bit about the other medicines that sit in that medicine wheel also. Okay, so we are going to start with the smudge using our sage. Miigwech.
Miigwech.
Now, okay, now we will sing a welcome song, which is a Mi'kmaq song to welcome everyone. Hey, Gwendo de, hey, Gwendo de, hey, Gwendo de, hey, youngie, oh, hey, youngie, oh, hey, hey, youngie, oh, hey. Hey, Gwendo de, hey, Gwendo de. Hey, Gwendo de, hey, youngie, oh, hey, youngie, oh, hey, youngie, oh, hey. Hey, Gwendo de, hey, Gwendo de, hey, Gwendo de, hey, youngie, oh, hey, youngie, oh, hey, youngie, oh, hey. Hey, Gwendo de, hey, Gwendo de, hey, Gwendo de, hey, youngie, oh, hey, youngie, oh, hey, youngie, oh, hey.
God, Miigwech.
Now we'll say our prayer. Wena Basho Shemnedo, Kishkwemaba, Normaba Nichke, blue sparkling water que, Asian Cosset. Chimigwech Nicket. Shemnedo, Migwech Kinagego Key Machine. Achmigwech Manda Gooding Gishkat, Key Machine. Wena Bashom Shumsak, Nukmasak, Wabanang, Shawnang, Epigishmak, Kied Nang Aik. Migwech my ike is not my gate, Gaginot Chimigwech Nicket. Wena Bajon the kit Kinanandre Daganak. Migwech Gagino my ike is not my gate, Gaginot Chimigwech Nicket. Wena Basho Kinawesiak. Migwech Gagino my ike is not my gate, Gaginot Chimigwech Nicket. Wena Bajon Nimki Beneshi. Mi wetch gegen all my eye, cause not my gegen all to me wetch nikit. Gwetch minim jemder all mishomsak nok mishak. Shwan mish nang not mush nang. When we should gang manda teachings of their four sacred medicines, menom shkikiak, et tek mumpy a ke. Mi wetch. Okay. So we're going to do the teachings on our four sacred medicines, and later we will mention a few of our other medicines that also sit in the medicine wheel. So our first medicine Creator gave to us to use was our Sema, Kinik, Jinka de Manda, Sema. So this is what our Kinik looks like. And this is our modern day tobacco that we purchase in stores today. And a lot of our people still make their own Kinik, which is very good. My dear friend here made this Kinik and smells really nice. Our Sema is our direct connection to Creator. I call that my 911 to Creator. And I was taught that I hold that Sema in my left hand when I am praying and talking to Creator, because our left hand is the one that is closest to our heart. So our Sema sits in the eastern direction of that medicine wheel. And then when we move to the southern doorway, we have our second sacred medicine, which is our Cedar. And we also can powder it down for our smudge.
And to put in your shoes.
Yeah. And our cedar is used as well. All the four medicines are used in ceremonies. But the cedar is a very strong spirit barrier that protects you from picking up the not so good energies that are out there, or the angry energy that someone may be carrying. So cedar is helpful in that way, but is also used. It's the main ingredient we use when making cedar water for a cedar bath ceremony. And can be picked all year, all 4 seasons. Then we move to the western doorway. And in the western doorway, we have our sage. There's different types of sage. This is the white sage. This we call grandmother sage. And the English name for that is the everlasting pearl sage. And then we have what they call buffalo sage. This particular sage comes from California, but it also grows out west. And they call the sage the woman's medicine. And why that is this is the only medicine that the women can use when they're on their moon time. We leave the other 3 medicines alone when we're on our moon time. We just pray with the sage, smudge with the sage. And we can also make a tea with this sage. And going back to that Sagamok, that's sometimes referred to as the men's medicine. And why that is because this tobacco is so strong. You know, one little strand, it doesn't seem like much, but it's very strong. Creator acknowledges that one strand of tobacco, if that's all you have to pray with, or that little pinch of McNichol. And then we move to the northern doorway, and we have our English, our sweetgrass. And the sweetgrass represents the hair of our first mother, Ake, Mother Earth. And sweetgrass represents her hair. And her gentle love for us is represented in this sweetgrass. And one strand, when you break it, breaks easily. But when you put more strands together and braid it, it's very hard to break. So that teaches us that we as people, if we stand together and work together, we're very strong. We become very strong and stay connected, just like this sweetgrass teaches us. And when we take a look at our way of life for our people, some refer to it as the Red Road. The old man called it the Sweetgrass Road, the Sweetgrass Road, the kind road. So these are our 4 sacred medicines that we are given to smudge with and to help us in all of our ceremonies. And we are fortunate that all these 4 medicines grow plentiful in our area here. Sudbury, Sault Ste. Marie, all along the North Shore. So I'll pass this feather to my friend here so she can share.
Miigwech. Yes. All these medicines are very sacred and important to your well-being, to my well-being, to the well-being of humanity. So where should I go next? Should we talk about...
I forgot to talk about our
the liquid smudge. Since the situation we're in right now, in the world, sometimes it's hard for people to be able to smudge because we're in our homes and or we're in apartments or something, and sometimes you can't make any smoke. So there is liquid smudge that you can use, which has all the essence of these 4 medicines in here in
The oils.
grapeseed oil. So it's just as good as smudging if you can't have smoke in the area that you are. So it's very handy to have some liquid smudge as well. So Juanita was explaining that these medicines sit on the medicine wheel, and so we have medicine wheel here that you can see, and so the east is here, the south, the west, and the north. So those are the colors of the medicine wheel. Depending which area you're in, the colors might vary. The red and the yellow might change direction, like this. And sometimes the black will be blue or green. So it depends which area you're in, but the teachings remain the same. Just sometimes the color might vary. So here I think we use both in our area, but that's okay. Otherwise, there's other medicines that I'm aware of, and later we'll do a workshop on medicines. And I just wanted to show you a few of them, and I won't go through their how they're picked and used, but I'll just show them to you for now, and in the later workshop we'll talk about their benefits and how to use them and how to pick them and all of that sort of thing. So what we have here today, I have some Shaga. This is ground. I grind it because you can use it in tea or your shakes, and I have some bigger chunks in here. So that grows all year round, so you can find it in each direction on the medicine wheel. But in the winter, unless you really need it, the plants are resting with that nice coat of snow over the earth. So we don't usually pick it then. And I have some sumac, and this is the flower of the sumac, and that you can pick that in late August, late July, August. I have bergamot, which is in a summer flower, as well as lavender. And I have some bitterroot, it's called, so that's something that you would pick in the summertime. And then I have some horse hoof, which is interesting. We got that in July. Rose, wild roses. They're also June, July time to pick those. And I have some Indian pipe, and that is a fungus. It's black right now, but it's not when you pick it. That one is in September when all the mushrooms are in the forest. And then I have some willow leaves, and red willow. You pick that and keep the leaves. And the red willow, if you want to keep the leaves, would be in July. And then the branches, probably any time of the year. They're really more visible in the fall when the leaves have fallen. And in the north direction would be the bear grease. So we collect that from the hide. I also have some Five Thieves, which is really good. It has an interesting story to it. It's got 5 medicines in that. And I also collect bear leaf and bear root, which would also sit in the northern direction. So, and also, if we're looking at the wheel, if you think of Mother Earth and the seasons, you would think of the spring being the eastern direction. And in the spring, the things that you find are the first foods that we find is fiddleheads and Labrador tea, the mushrooms, morels, right?
Morels.
Morels. And then, yeah, so that's what you would find in the springtime. And then we move to the summer, and there you would find many more berries. So summertime, the first berry is strawberry, and then blueberries, and then your raspberries and blackberries. And also you can find cherries, all in the wild during the summer. And then if we go to the fall, then we find plums, apples, cranberries, and choke cherries. And then in the north, in the winter, oh, and we also find winter berries in the fall. They're really good too. And then in the north, it's like I said, it's a resting period. So there is a cover of snow, and the earth is at rest, and the plants will start again. So Mother Earth has a really neat pattern of giving us the medicines that we need at the different times of the year. And of course, I guess you would pick a bit extra and save it for the winter months when you can't go get those things fresh.
So getting back to our 4 sacred medicines. For myself, I've been taught by the elders that we use that tobacco first thing in the morning to thank Creator for everything we have, for all that Creator has provided for us. And also use it again in the evening to thank Creator for the good day that we got to have. And this Sema is also very important to offer to the elders whenever you're asking or requesting their assistance or asking for a ceremony. And the way that I've been taught is that we hold that pouch of tobacco in our left hand as we're talking to the elder and asking, telling him or her what it is we are asking of them. And once we're done explaining what it is we are requesting from the grandmother or the grandfather elder, then they will put out their left hand and accept your offering of Sema and a gift. So that's how I use the Sema in my daily prayers and smudging, and in offerings when I'm going out into the forest to go pick medicines or just to enjoy the beautiful scenery. It's important to acknowledge our standing tree people out there and the animals, to let them know that we're just coming to walk and enjoy their home out there. And it's important to always carry your tobacco with you, because you never know when you're going to need it. And I find sometimes I will be honored with the visit of a beautiful eagle. So I take out my Sama and say, Miigwech to Megase, for giving me the honor of getting to see him or her. So that's just a little bit of how I use the tobacco today, and to make sure that I always have it with me in my car, in my purse. And look at the cedar. Cedar is a protector. And when I'm picking the cedar, I make sure that I pick from the grandmother cedar tree and the grandfather cedar tree for that balance. That's important.
And how do you tell the difference between those trees?
The grandmother tree has seeds. That's how you tell the female tree from the male tree. The male tree will not have seeds. And the cedar can be used all 4 seasons. It's available to us all 4 seasons. Our tobacco is grows and is available. The McNichol is ready in the springtime and is there right till early fall, sometimes late fall, depending on how warm it is. And a lot of our store-bought stuff is available all year round in stores. But if you happen to live in the area south where the tobacco fields are, you can stop and pick the leaves that have blown out of the fields that are on the side of the road.
I have some of
And
that
a lot of people
here.
today grow their own tobacco in their gardens and in their homes. So it's good that my friend Lizanne here made this McNichol. So it's good that we have our medicine people that know how to make the McNichol and other medicines. Then when we look at our sage is ready in this area usually late June, mid-July. The everlasting pearl sage, grandmother sage, is plentiful here in our area. And so is the white sage. And this can be picked right till mid-October, I'd say. And for the sweetgrass, this is usually ready by late June, right till the end of July or mid-July. So it's important to pick your medicines. That's going to last you for the year until the next growing season. Because this is an important part of your bundle. And it's also a very good gift to offer when you're requesting help or assistance from an elder. They really enjoy receiving gifts of sweetgrass and sage. And powder sage for their smudge. So why they call this sage the woman's medicine is because this is the only medicine that the woman can use when she's on her moon time, if she wants to smudge.
I went to pick up some mullein. These are dried mullein leaves. And they, you can use them as tobacco as well. If you don't have tobacco, you can use these leaves. So a long time ago that used to be used also. So that's what these are.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Learned something new there.
So these are extremely important in these times to be able to smudge and to clean your energy. So maybe we can talk about that because a lot of people are feeling anxiety and unbalanced and stressed and nervous, and maybe we can explain to you what smudging can do for you and what we've seen it do for people. So for me, sorry, for me, smudging, I know that it calms my energy and it will give me balance. If I'm having a hard time with something, I can take some time to smudge, and it seems to recalibrate my thinking, my energy, my emotions. It's very, very cleansing. It also gets rid of germs in your environment. It kills germs, so that's a good thing, and bacteria and viruses, which is really helpful right now. And it cleans my aura, so I feel lighter if something's bothering me. It helps to move things that I don't want to keep in my field, in my energetic field. Also, you can put the sage on the floor and cleanse your feet too, your crown chakra and your feet, because sometimes we walk in places and we carry back energy with us that we didn't notice from somewhere, and it could be bothering us, and so it's a good idea and a good protection to cleanse your feet sometimes. If you know you've been somewhere you probably shouldn't have been, that would be something to do. And also I find that it balances people's energies. So if I'm doing a sharing circle or a drum circle or something like that, I like to ask, or even meditation, ask people if they want to smudge before, so that it can help them have a better, not so up and down emotion. It just kind of balances people, and it kind of gets us all in tune to each other. So I think it's really good to smudge. And I like to smudge my eyes, so that I can see good things in life. As sometimes, we often look at the negative and we miss out on a lot of beautiful things. So I like to do that, and then I like to smudge my ears so that I can hear good, positive things. Because we all know how negative comments and things stay in our field more than positive things, and I'd like to hear those positive things more. And also I like to breathe in the smudge and bring it into my body, so that I can receive the benefits of that spirit of that sage, so that when I speak to people, that I try to use compassion and empathy before I speak, that my words won't hurt anyone, purposely anyways. And then I like to smudge my heart, because it just makes me feel good to bring the smudge into my heart center and feel that comfort, the comfort that she gives you. And then I like to smudge over my head, my third eye, my crown, so that I can be more enlightened and be able to receive messages better from my ancestors and my guides. And then I like to bring the smoke down to the rest of my body, my legs and that, so I can keep walking forward in a positive way on the good path that I want to walk on. And sometimes I'll let people smudge my back, also just to finish clearing my energy field. I find it releases a lot in the back of your head, tension, and your shoulders and stuff like that. So that's how I like to smudge. Yeah.
You betcha. So to me, there is no right or wrong way of smudging. It's all very individual. And for me, I will wash my hands with the smoke first. Then I'll use my left hand to cup the smoke and breathe it into my body and allow the spirit of these medicines to cleanse and wash my whole aura from top to the bottom of my feet. Because all these medicines are alive and have spirit. And that's how they work with us. So that smudging is so important, especially if you've gone to a meeting where there was a lot of, or a sharing circle where there was a lot of heavy emotion or sadness. We don't want to carry those heavy feelings or sad feelings home with us. So we always make sure we smudge and ask the spirit of the medicines to take that for all of us, so that we can continue walking in a good way, with a clean aura, light aura. And our ancestors have taught us that, how to, check the energies of people with our hands. And you can feel the energy of these medicines also. And depending on what gifts we carry, we get special connections to the medicines and how they talk to us. So I'm very happy that Creator gave us these medicines and that they're plentiful in this area where I live. That I can go walking just near my home and pick that everlasting pearl sage. And sweetgrass and cedar right in my front yard. So these 4 sacred medicines are a very important part of your bundle that you carry. They're all a very important part of my bundle that I carry for the people. Very good helpers. So I say miigwech to Creator for gifting us these beautiful medicines to help us walk in a good way. Miigwech.
Which, so the other thing while you were talking, I was thinking about is how sage is also helpful to cleanse your house,
Mm-hmm.
to cleanse your office space, to cleanse your vehicle, anything that you spend a lot of time at or in, and if you find the energy is heavy in your house or people are arguing all the time or something like that, you may want to just smudge the house.
The children are fighting,
Yes.
squabbling.
So I find it's very helpful. There's a whole method of cleaning houses, but sage is really a good thing to have, and to make sure that you pick it and that you pick enough for the year, but not too much. Just take what you need. And yeah, it's a good idea to have your own medicine bundle, so that you're not always asking people for the medicine that they've picked, that they took time to go out and get. People don't mind sharing medicine, but it is really a good idea to have your own, to learn how to pick these medicines and to have your own stash, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
So did you want to speak about the medicine wheel further in the animals that sit in each direction?
No, I just want to talk a little bit more about the sema.
Okay.
How important it is that we also use that sema when we go picking the medicines.
Oh, yes.
To go offer that sema to that cedar tree and ask their permission to pick their medicine, and how that medicine is going to be used in a good way to help the people or for myself, but also the sage and the sweetgrass. We always offer that sema. And, in that way, it's teaching us that give and take.
Because they're giving up their lives, eh?
Yeah, they're giving up
Yeah.
their lives to come and help us.
Mm-hmm.
But their spirit is still there, who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I will smell the medicine burning. So to me, that's telling me which medicine I need to smudge with. And it'll be usually the sweetgrass that reminds me to smudge with the sweetgrass. Well, that's how these beautiful plants, medicines, talk to us.
The other neat thing about the cedar, I found out not too long ago, is that when you say your prayers, let's say you're at a sacred fire and you put your tobacco and you put cedar with it, that makes that crackling noise. And someone told me that gets the attention of the spirits when you're praying to come and listen to your prayers. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, and that's important to have that cedar beside the tobacco whenever there's a sacred fire.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the sacred fires will usually have all 4 medicines there for the people to use. So in our area, these are the 4 most commonly used medicines to smudge. And I know further up north, they don't have the sweetgrass. So they use the moss or fungus, special type of moss that they use to smudge. And I don't have it here with me. I didn't bring all of my bundle with me today. So just acknowledging the different areas that don't have the sweetgrass or the sage.
And the other things I've learned with traveling a lot with you to ceremony is, to find out what medicines those communities are not abundant in and then bring some.
Yes. Yeah.
So bring your cedar, bring your sage, bring your sweetgrass.
Yes.
It's appreciated.
So we want to thank you for joining us and for giving us the honor of providing and sharing what little knowledge we carry. Because I am still learning, and I'll be learning for the next 50, 60 years. Jimmy-wetch. So we'll close our teaching with yous with a song to say me-wetch. We're going to sing the Thanksgiving song. Away bed. Jesus, keep in a bed. So that's the Thanksgiving song.
So hope you like the teachings, and we'll see you back for more soon. Thank you.
Miigwech.